One Piece is by far one of the most original and interesting storylines in the history of anime. Screw it, in the history of fiction in general. And I know exactly what you're gonna say. Well, obviously you would say that you're a One Piece fan, and obviously you would try to convince someone to start One Piece. See, this is where you would be completely wrong. First of all, this video isn't to convince you to watch One Piece. This video is a warning that if you don't watch One Piece or even read it soon enough, you will miss out on the biggest ending in anime history. And if you haven't noticed, One Piece and its fandom has grown exponentially, and with good cause, because as the story keeps elevating towards the climax, creating new mysteries and even bigger levels of depth, world building, character arcs, and amazing plot lines, the fandom will only continue to grow bigger, and that's a phenomenon that continues to amaze me. But the real thing is that, as everybody knows, One Piece is immensely long. Although if you ask anyone who's gone through all the episodes or chapters, they can agree with the fact that it is indeed too short. I miss binging One Piece. With One Piece being one of the longest running active anime in history, it has become a challenge for any newcomer, whether that be someone that is new to anime or someone who has watched everything except for One Piece simply because it is too long. I mean, honestly, when it comes to watching anime and trying to get through everything, One Piece is like the Mount Everest of anime, and it only gets taller. Now, rest assured, this does not mean that One Piece won't end, because frankly, we do still have some time till it does, as Oda said himself that he doesn't plan on ending the story soon, and that everyone should relax. But that in itself is what is so important. No matter how much Oda will continue to add to the story, One Piece will eventually end. And when that time comes, so many mysteries, plot lines, and anything related to the ending will be revealed. If you expect anyone to be quiet about how the story ends, you are sadly mistaken. And although it is bad that an entire story that took 25 plus years to create will get spoiled to you, it is bound to happen. And if you don't think it'll happen, recent events in 2022 say otherwise. Speaking of 2022, One Piece has had an amazing year when it came to both the anime, the manga, and also with film Red, doing both amazing in Japan and internationally. 2022 was a boom for One Piece fans and newcomers, and honestly, it will only grow from here. Also, if you look at this post from TV Time and see that One Piece is number 1 on this list with actual TV shows, and Luffy is number 3 on this list, it should really tell you something about how good One Piece is, and how good One Piece will continue to get. And I know what a lot of you are going to say. I get you're saying all of this, but One Piece is still too long. I'm just never gonna watch it. Well, in that case, the more you don't watch it, the worse you're making it for yourself. I'll repeat that, the worse you're making it for yourself. It is a constant cycle, and because you don't want to start it in the first place, it's gonna keep on going until One Piece is over, and you won't be able to follow the journey in the same way ever again. The cycle starts a little something like this. Step 1. A random person says they don't want to watch One Piece. It's too long or doesn't get good until episode 600. Major exaggeration, by the way. 90% of fans stick with it and realize it's too good after Arlong Park. Step 2. One Piece will continue to make more episodes and chapters, adding to the total amount of content that you would need to watch or read in order to catch up. Step 3. One Piece gains more hype as the story becomes even more interesting, as it inches towards the ending and reveals even more crazy fights, plot twists, and new islands. And finally, step 4, random person becomes more cynical of the show because they didn't start it, and then repeats back to step 1. Now, this cycle will go on and on forever until you just start watching One Piece. And honestly, with everyone saying that One Piece is too long, it just doesn't make sense to me. In a world where we constantly binge shows, animes, even going on movie runs of certain franchises, why would anyone complain about being able to binge a show that you could potentially love? And not just being able to binge it for 100 or 200 episodes, but for 1,000 plus episodes. That, in all honesty, is one of the main reasons why I started One Piece. It gave me endless amounts of a story I immediately fell in love with, and I'm sure that's the case for a lot of other One Piece fans as well. Now, when it comes to figuring out where you fit in this huge One Piece dilemma, it's quite simple, and in my eyes, there are 3 main options that a person would have after finishing this video. Option number 1, you finish this video with a genuine feeling that you should start One Piece. So you go to whatever website you watch anime on, type in One Piece, and start watching the show. Good for you! You could also be doing the exact same thing, but instead of watching One Piece, you could read the manga instead, and in my opinion, they are both amazing, but obviously the manga would get you through One Piece faster. Option 2, you click off this video feeling a bit perplexed, but in the end, you don't start One Piece right away. Hell, it might even be a while before you even consider watching it. Could be a couple months, or even an entire year. But as the story keeps progressing towards the end, more and more videos just like this one will appear soon enough, where you see so many signs to just get it over with and watch One Piece, so you'll end up binging all of it right before it even ends, or right before the One Piece is revealed, which I guarantee will be the most spoiled thing in anime history. Calling it now. By catching up to One Piece, you barely make it in time and you'll be able to enjoy the journey even if it's a short one. Option 3, you click off this video and stay cynical about not watching One Piece. In fact, you become so damn stubborn that you don't want to watch it that whenever you get recommended to watch One Piece or see a video like this one which tells you to start on the One Piece journey, you deny it. And you keep hating until the very end, and you'll probably use the excuse cycle I mentioned earlier. Now, as either the One Piece is revealed or the story finally ends, everyone, and I mean everyone, will be in a frenzy about the revelation of One Piece finally ending, looking back at the good moments in the series and being able to enjoy the final moments of indulging in the story. However, there will be people like yourself that will probably either be sour about the entire thing and say a bunch of random ass negative things to bring down the hype of One Piece, or you say that you already know what the One Piece is, or you already know the ending, and you won't watch the show knowing deep down inside that you just missed out on the most awaited moment of storytelling, mystery, plot twists, and build up in anime history. But all that doesn't matter to you because One Piece is quote unquote too long. Now, I don't mean to be harsh on those of you who don't want to watch One Piece or don't want to start, because some of you may have your critiques and reasons, which is completely understandable because no show can be absolutely perfect. But just know that this video is a warning of how much you will miss out in the future, and like I said, the more you put it off, the more you'll have to catch up on. So, with these options being presented to you, which would you pick? A, B, or C? Well, if you pick A or B, I'm gonna give you some quick advice, and I'm pretty sure this has never been said by any YouTuber ever, but don't watch my videos. If you ever plan on watching One Piece and you haven't as of yet, don't spoil yourself with content on YouTube. It's quite tough to navigate between all the possible spoilers on Twitter or TikTok, so don't let YouTube get in the way either. Just telling you all the truth for your own benefit. Either way, we all know that One Piece is a journey, so even taking small steps to catch up is perfectly fine. It's not like you have to speed run One Piece by watching it for 20 hours a day. It's okay to take your time, because One Piece isn't gonna end soon. As Oda said so himself literally a month ago, there is so much left in this story, and with about 40 chapters a year, we still have a while to get what we think is the last arc, and even that is gonna take a while to finish up. And I'm sure that there will be an epilogue of some sort to explain the ending, so that in itself, in my opinion, will take around like 6 years. But I guess what I'm trying to say, and what I've been saying this whole video, is that this is a warning. With One Piece revealing bigger and bigger plot threads, spoilers will be inescapable, to the point where you won't even look at the series the same again. So if you ever thought to yourself, when should I actually start One Piece? Tell yourself this.